Hello everyone, welcome to the CTV News on Calabash TV and on the Wave Radio 94.5. I am Lisa Joseph. The nation mourns the loss of a son who was undoubtedly St. Lucia's foremost and most acclaimed visual artist, perhaps best known as the creator of our most inspirational national emblem, the national flag. Sir Dunstan St. Omer died Tuesday about 11:25 p.m. Sir Dunstan, who had been battling illness for some time, was surrounded by his family. Sir Dunstan St. Omer was born in Cass Street on October 24, 1927, and attended the St. Aloysius Boys School and St. Mary's College. His childhood was laden with challenges as a sickly boy, but filled with love at home, especially from his parents, who encouraged him to dream and pursue his passions. In an interview program with the National Television Network, Sir Dunstan spoke fondly of his boyhood days.
With the malaria, every 11 o'clock on the dot, my teeth used to chatter.
Oh.
Loud, you know what I mean? So I used to go to the principal, Bailey, and show him the chattering and saying, go home. I love nothing better than malaria.
Do you have brothers and sisters?
Oh, lots. I have one brother, one sister.
One brother, one sister. And your father was...
Gerald St. Omer.
Was he
a customs officer?
Customs officer. But a former army man or somebody?
Yes, he was served in the original West India Regiment in the First World War.
Okay.
And he always boasted that, you know, he was in the army on the Allenby that liberated the Holy Land. You know what I mean?
I see. So you're telling us, so you were this little boy who had malaria, and so you developed your art of painting at the time.
And subterfuge.
So from the RC School, you went to where? St. Mary's College?
But RC, there are lots of things happening in RC. Because my parents were very careful about their children. We were their dream. You know, the working class people, we were their dream. From the time we were born.
Under the tutelage of the late Harold Simmons, Sir Dunstan, alongside his lifelong friends, Derek and Roderick Walcott, were immersed in the study of St. Lucia through artistic expression. Sir Dunstan's awakening during this time was an artistic renaissance for St. Lucia and its identity. Arguably, the body of work that defined him as an artist came when he was commissioned to paint murals at the then Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception in Castries, but more so at the Jacmel Roman Catholic Church, where his depiction of Jesus Christ stirred debate.
The argument for Christ being black is stronger than the argument for Christ being white. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So the church, instead of denying the blackness of Christ, they honored me.
Now, the murals at the Minor Basilica, you also painted them.
Yes, we did that for it's not what I wanted to. I had better ideas for that, but the Pope was coming, and the bishop had his team of people to repair the church, because remember, parts of it were falling apart and all that kind of thing, and the walls around were painted white and all that sort of thing. And last minute, 3 months before the Pope came, the people couldn't do anything. So when you can't do anything, call St. Omer, they call St. Omer, put it in St. Omer's hands. St. Omer took it. Me and my sons, and Rigi was teaching the colleges, and his students, and we all got together. And we couldn't paint the grand thing of murals like I wanted to, you know, like the Vatican.
Sir Dunstan worked tirelessly in the education sector, teaching and inspiring art education for decades, from classes and workshops to exhibitions and broadcast media. His proudest students, though, are his own children.
When you look at the paintings, you will see two distinct generations. I got my first inspiration from the Impressionists, but then, you know, the whole idea was the Impressionism brought out light, brought out the prism. And I said, and the Impressionists would have to go to south of France and all of that to see sunlight. I told her, here in St. Lucia, I have sunlight every day. So since then, I've been painting pure sunlight, you know. And well, that is my style. And another thing I want to observe about my style is, I thought I was being avant-garde. And all these paintings I've done here are painted with a palette knife only. I only use the brush to sign. But while I was, because when you see some paintings here, I've got a cutting here, I love so much, you can almost use a tractor and work on it, you know. And when I thought I was at the peak, you know, of my creativity, there my son comes up, and then he makes me feel that it's time for me to go.